Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another Let's Play of Dandelion, which is brought to you by Cherits. Or should I really say read through, not really a Let's Play so much. I just read everything out for you guys. And we are now pursuing Jiyeon's good ending. Well, no, we're pursuing his bad ending. That's right, I haven't gotten that yet. We do his bad ending, and then we do his good ending. So I believe we're on track for that. We just have to go through like 4 more months and probably a couple little events. So, let me read you a story. After the steak incident, I decided not to pay attention to Jiyeon's affairs. As I pay more attention, I felt that I would grow further apart from him. It's cold today. Make sure to wear some warm clothes. I spoke to Jion, who was tying his shoelaces. But he still bothers me. I couldn't help but to think about the time when he lied to others. Jion glanced at me and smiled. Bye, Hee-jae. And he just left. When will he come back today? Once he goes outside, he'll become the Jion that I'm not familiar with. Someone completely different. I felt mixed emotions. The more I thought about it, the more it saddened me. Before he became a human, Jion was my cute, cuddly kitty. Things would be simpler if everything went back to how they were then. There was something on the floor. An orange-colored wallet with a cat face drawn on it. It's Jion's wallet. He must have dropped it. I began to put my shoes on to chase after Jion when I suddenly stopped myself. Wait, what could be inside? No, I shouldn't be thinking about that. But it bothers me. There might be the phone number of some person who's taking care of Jion, or something relevant to that. I knew that I shouldn't be doing this, but after looking around and checking that no one was around, I opened up the wallet. There were $200 bills and $500 checks in the wallet. Where did he get these from? Is it from that woman? And there was an old photograph. There was an old woman with a benign smile in the picture. The woman had a pair of cat ears on her head. It's a picture from the other world. Who is she? His grandmother? Or just someone he knows? And is the picture taken from the world that Jion came from? Oh. Startled at the sound of the door opening, I almost fell backwards. Jion was breathing heavily as if he ran all the way home. That! Jion looked at the wallet I was holding with a surprised look on his face. I could not find any excuses. I knew that I shouldn't have been looking at it, but I did. Give it back now. At Jion's intimidating tone of voice, I held out the wallet and the picture with trembling hands. Jion snatched them away and checked the wallet inside out. It was as if he was checking to make sure that nothing was damaged. Have you adopted a hobby of looking at someone else's stuff without permission? After checking the wallet, he glared at me. My body stiffened. Jion is glowering at me. He's never been like this before. The fact both shocked and scared me. I'm sorry. Despite my apology, Jion scowled at me even more intensely. And he's intimidating me. I told you not to care! Jion shouted in a loud voice. I felt as if my heart was being torn. I didn't mean to make him angry. Is it fun to take a peep at other stuff? Are you curious to know how much I have in my wallet? You want to know who I'm meeting with? I bet you probably know who the woman in the picture is now. That's not it. I was just worried about Jion. I know that my actions are wrong, but... Then, why do you spy on me outside? Cook what you think is my favorite food and touch my stuff? I couldn't answer. Jion's eyes terrified me, and I could not even look at them. I felt as if I was choking. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? You think I liked you or something since I acted cute in front of you? I'm sorry! I shouted, unable to bear the situation. I'm sorry for looking at your wallet. I'm sorry, really I am. I felt as if the emotions that I'd been suppressing would spill out at any moment. I know it may sound like an excuse, but I was just worried. I was continuously bothered, because I really wanted to believe that the Jion I know is who you really are. You always smile at me. I liked Jion's bright smile. I liked Jion, who was always cheerful and smiled brightly. I wanted to believe that's the real Jion, and I didn't want Jion to lie outside of home. I thought we became close, and I was worried about you. I rambled on. I was trembling so much that I didn't even know what I was saying. I looked at Jion in front of me, hoping that he would know at least a little bit how much I care about him. Oh, yeah? Jion sneered. I tell him the truth, and yet Jion doesn't care whether I'm worried about him or not. And that breaks my heart. I felt as if he was trampling on me. Sorry. I shouldn't have peered into his wallet. Jion made it clear that there is a boundary between us, and he told me not to come any closer. Why do you care? Who are you to worry about me anyway? Jion's words pierced me like an arrow. Are we really nothing? That can't be true. When we think about the times that we spent together, we can't just be nothing. You and I, we're nothing. Don't try to interfere with my life because you're sympathetic. It's repulsive. It's not sympathy. These feelings, they're nothing like that. Why? Why do you resist me trying to get closer to you? The slamming sound of the door echoed in the whole house. Why is Jion rejecting me so much? Why? Finally, some peace and quiet without the cats running around. Jiwoo commented as he sat down for dinner. Jisoo and Jion weren't home yet. Eddie, napkins. The two beautiful rabbits were quiet as usual. It was a quiet dinner indeed. Jion was avoiding me on purpose. He hadn't come home for dinner, and he didn't eat any of the oranges I bought him. He only came home to change his clothes or sleep. Does he really want to get away from me that badly? Have I done something so terribly wrong? The price for meddling in something I shouldn't have was too large. My lady, are you all right? My heart ached. Can't we go back to how we were like before? Was it too late for that? Yes, why? You look as if you're feeling low today. Are you sick? No, I'm fine, Jiyeon. That was all I could say. I couldn't tell anyone what happened with Jion. Huh, go get some sleep if you're sick, Jiwoo said as he picked up a piece of cabbage with his fork. Was that Jiwoo's way of expressing concern for me? Everyone was worried about me. Did I look that bad? Who could be calling at this hour? Oh, it was Jion's number on the screen. Hello, Jion? Yo, are you his guardian? It wasn't Jion. Who's this? I hadn't expected to hear what I was about to hear. What? Jion? Jion! Bruises on his face, and the blood on his lips. When I saw how hurt he was, I forgot how awkward things had been between us, and ran to him. Who would do such a thing? A scary-looking man dragged Jion by the collar. You should have watched who you were dealing with, kid. Is she your guardian? No. No? Yes, I'm his guardian. She says she is, you son of a... Try to lie to me again? The man clenched his fist. No! Please don't hurt him, please! Hey, lady. You know what this guy did to me? Could you please let him go first? Please? He'd said on the phone that Jion had picked his pocket and then got caught. The man had taken his cell phone and called the first one on the contact list, me. The man's tone of voice and looks gave it away that he was a scary man. Why had Jion tried to pick anyone's pocket? This kid right here tried to steal my wallet. I was going to throw him in jail, but I don't like going to the police myself. I couldn't let them go to the police station. Jion had no form of identification. If you went to the police, it would make things more complicated. Hey, lady, this is a crime, you know. He should pay for what he's done. The man shook Jion back and forth. Let go, Jion protested weakly. He had already hurt Jion that much. What is it you want then? Please, please let him go. My heart throbbed at the sight of Jion hurt so badly. What I want? I'll need to get multiple times the amount he's tried to steal from me to cure my psychological trauma. Lady, you have money, right? Money? No? Then I should beat him up more. I do! I said without thinking about what'll happen next. Don't hurt Jion any more than you did now. You do? That's more like it. You really are lucky, huh? Having a guardian like that. Shut up. You son of a... Jion, stop! Don't provoke him any further. Yo, lady, I'm gonna let him off this time, but send me the money instead. How much? Well, from the time I wasted today to the psychological damage, I think it'll be just about $20,000. 20,000? That's a huge amount of money. What, you don't have it? The man put up his fist. I'll get it for you, but I don't have it right now. How was I supposed to get $20,000? I couldn't think of a way at the moment, but I wanted to save Jion from that man as soon as possible. I can't right now, but if you give me some time... Some time? You think I'm a philanthropist or something? If you give me some time, I'll get it for you, I promise. So... Then I'll give you a week. Give me your ID. My ID? I told you it's none of your business. Don't give it to him. I haven't beat you enough, have I? The man punched Jion's face. No, I can't stand it any longer. I quickly took out my ID from my bag. That's more like it. Lady, you're from Seoul, huh? Please, let him go now. If you don't send money within the week, I'm gonna go to your house, school, work, whatever, and beat you till you pay, got it? The man threw Jiyeon to the floor. Jiyeon coughed in pain. My heart was aching for him. Lady, don't forget the money and the deadline. You got that? Okay, please. Leave us alone now. Huh. The man spit on the floor and left us. Jiyeon! Jiyeon, are you alright? I held Jion's arm to help him up, but Jiyeon resisted. Let go. He got up by himself. Jiyeon. He was hurt pretty bad. I wanted to help him, but he didn't want my help. I had no choice but to watch him get up by himself. Jiyeon was quiet. He was just barely following me home. Aren't you hungry? Do you want me to buy you roast beef? Or do you want to eat at home? How's your face? There was still blood on Jion's right cheek. There were bruises all over his body, too. I wanted to go home quickly and fix him up. Hee-jae. Jiyeon finally spoke. Yes? I told you to lay off. There he goes again. But how could I lay off when he was hurt so badly? I said lay off. No matter what I eat, what kind of friends I make, what kind of crimes I commit, just leave me alone. How could you say that? I said angrily. I'm your guardian, after all. We spent months together, and I'd taken care of him. I fed him, washed him, and we'd laughed together. What did he mean, lay off? Even if he committed a crime, I couldn't just sit by idly. Guardian? Don't kid yourself. Don't even try to be one. That's not even funny. Guardian? Please, just leave me alone. What? How could I ever leave him alone? He tried something bad, and he'd been hurt so badly. How could I? My eyes watered. The scars and the pain I'd kept to myself all came up at once. People stared at my sudden cry. It didn't matter. I didn't care about other people anymore. Do you know how worried I was about you? When I got the phone call, I was worried sick. I really was. More than you could ever imagine. I was worried, concerned. Worried? Who asked you to worry about me? I told you to mind your own business. You don't even have that kind of money. But I couldn't just leave you there like that. Pretending nothing had happened, acting like I didn't care about you. I don't want to do that anymore. The thought of you getting hurt somewhere, it kills me inside. Don't you get it? I'm telling you to stop butting into my business. I said I don't need you to care for me. You do what you need to do. You go and live your pure life. Stay out of my life. Let's just go our separate ways. I didn't want that. No. What? I don't want to. Huh. Do you even know what you're saying? Can't you tell me? What? Tell you what? Jion smiled sardonically. You can tell me. You can tell me why you're lying, what I can help you with. The thoughts I'd kept inside poured out of me. You can tell me, just tell me everything. You don't have to live this way. Tell me why you're doing this. Ah, it's a scary face. Shut up. Jion grabbed my collar. He was furious. Finally, we were close. But why does he have such a scary look on his face? You don't know anything. Are you out of your mind? He was scary. I couldn't bring myself to look into his eyes. I started to tremble. I shouldn't tremble. I really shouldn't, but... I've told you a million times, and you still don't understand? Jion was like a completely different person. The Jion I knew would never scare or threaten people. I'm warning you, but out of my business. You're pretending to be all nice like that is starting to piss me off. This wasn't the real Jion. Jion, you're not this kind of person. If you keep doing this, there's no telling what I might do. His eyes were piercing. He let go of my collar. I was shaking so hard I couldn't stand still. I was scared. I wanted to run away. Jion turned around and walked away from me. Maybe I saw all this coming. Maybe I was just trying to ignore the fact that there was another Jion inside that I didn't know about. This sucks. No matter how scary he was, how many times he threatened me, I couldn't give up on him. It was stupid of me to believe he was going to return to being the old Jion, but I couldn't give up. There's no way for me to have that much money in my bank account.
Food giver, are you alright?
Jisoo asked, seeing me sighing. Yes.
Your face is gaunt. Are you eating properly?
I have slept well recently because of Jion's money issue. I think they meant haven't. The only way to get that large amount of money is... I'm fine, I'm just a little tired.
Okay then. What happened with Jion, by the way? You went out in a rush when you got that call from Jion.
I didn't tell anyone what happened with Jion and the man. It would just worry everyone. Yeah. It was nothing important.
Really?
Jisoo asked me suspiciously. I couldn't answer.
Yeah, it figures.
Jisoo leaned back against the sofa. What does he mean, it figures?
It's been several days since he hasn't come home.
Jion had not come home since then. Looking at his belongings left at home, I believed that he would one day come back. He will come back, I know it. Or I wanted to believe so. I hope he doesn't get involved with dangerous people again. I'm getting more worried every day.
Hey, you remember what I told you last time?
What he told me.
Cats say one thing and mean another.
And now I can truly understand what he means. It seems that Jisoo has known from the very beginning that this is how Jion is. Maybe Jisoo knows more about Jion than I do. After all, they're both cats, and they get along pretty well. Then maybe... Jisoo,
What?
do you know well about Jion? Jisoo pressed his lips together tightly. He fixed his eyes on the home shopping channel, and then slowly opened his mouth.
What do you like so much about him?
Huh? Oh, when did I say I like him? Like him? Jion?
It's quite obvious to me.
My face became hot. Like him? Are my feelings for Jion the feeling of liking him? Is it? But I'm suffering so much. But I'm not giving up, because despite all the sufferings, I like him?
Well, trying to force you to change your choice is a violation of the contract anyway.
My choice? What does he mean? My choice. And what is the contract? I know nothing about it.
Food giver.
Huh?
He's in trouble, isn't he?
How am I supposed to answer him? Should I answer no, everything is alright? But things are just too hard for me to act tough now. Yes. I nodded and Jisoo looked at me. But it'll be okay. If money can solve the issue, I have one solution.
Be okay, are you sure?
I nodded.
Robbery, pickpocketing, or fraud? Which one?
What? Jisoo looked at me as if he'd known it all along. It's...
What?
Pickpocket.
And he was caught?
Yeah.
And?
Huh?
And what? He has to give back the money?
I could not conceal my surprise. How can he guess so precisely?
You got this call and ran out, which means he got himself into some kind of trouble. And the fact that you're moping around the house all day means it's something complicated.
I had no idea Jisoo was so sharp.
So, did they ask for a lot of money?
You don't have to know that. I don't want to talk about the money.
And who's gonna pay? Are you thinking of paying everything yourself?
The man already took my ID card. I should have the money prepared, or...
You know you shouldn't.
Even Jisoo tells me to stop. To mind my own business.
Just forget about him. That's the best thing for you.
I can't... I'd already told Jion, but... I can't just leave him alone like this. Whether this is because I like him or not, I just can't leave him alone.
And that's what I expected.
Jisoo stood up with a sigh.
If you change your mind, tell me.
I nodded. Thank you.
Yeah. I should wash my face and get ready to go out now.
Jisoo turned off the TV and went to the bathroom. I thought about it for a moment in the living room alone, then I slowly reached out my hand to pick up the phone. I don't know how many years it's been since I made the phone call first. What should I say? Hello, Mom? I'm sorry for calling you all of a sudden. I need to ask you a favor. I need money, urgently. Hee-jae, are you serious? Yes. Hee-jae gaped, as if he couldn't believe it. But this is so sudden. Graduation is just around the corner. Something came up. But taking a leave of absence and going to Seoul? I had no choice. What? So you befriend criminals now that you're living alone? What in the world has gotten into you? I'll take care of the money, but you come to Seoul right now. Graduation? What's the point of graduating from that school? Just come home and prepare to transfer. I should have you prepare for a law school or something. Mom sent me the money on the condition that I return to Seoul. I remitted money to the man, and fortunately he sent me back my ID card. It's all over. The issue has now been taken care of. Did I make the right choice? I didn't tell the animals that I'm returning to Seoul yet. I have 2 months left before I go. I told Mom that I would go to Seoul before the new semester starts. I should look for a good timing to tell them. I'll be sure to submit something for the exhibition before I go. Hee-jae. Hee-jae looked very sorry. I guess it's not going to work out after all. Despite being away from Mom, I'm still a fool who doesn't know what I want to do. I thought that I would be able to find my dream here. Before I go, I want to see Jion. I wanted to see him and talk to him. The way you live right now, you should live a different life. I would really like to tell him that. I'm home. The house was quiet. Is no one home? Huh? I spotted Jion's shoes at the front door. Did he come home? My heart began to beat rapidly. I hurriedly took off my shoes and entered the house. Jion! He's back! He's home! I knew he would come back! Jion, you... What is Jion holding? My sketchbook? Sitting on my bed, Jion held my sketchbook in his hands.
A long time no see.
Jion stood up and came to me.
So, you drew me.
He held up the sketchbook. It was the page where I had drawn him. Then draw me! Really cute, like a cartoon character. This is embarrassing. I drew the picture as his words lingered in my mind. I had no idea that he would see it. Thinking about how Jion was back then, the guy in front of me seems like a different person. We always laughed together, and Jion was very bright. It seems like such a long time ago. Jion dropped the sketchbook on the floor.
Is it fun to draw things like this? Ha! Don't tell me. Do you like me or something?
Jion sneered. I couldn't answer. It's the unfamiliar Jion again.
Why aren't you saying anything? You like me, don't you?
I gazed at Jion with my mouth closed.
You paid so much money because you like me. You were rich. I didn't know that.
Jion,
Where did you get the money from?
you don't need to know that.
Ha! You must really like me a lot. Why aren't you answering me? You were willing to pay that much money because you like me, no? What did you like about me anyway? It's ironic that I'm the one saying this, but you have bad taste in men. Then, will you like me even if I do this?
Jion grabbed both my arms and pushed me against the wall. It happened so fast I didn't have time to resist. Jion gazed at me. He's scaring me. The guy in front of me is not the cute and bright Jion that I knew.
Didn't I tell you to mind your own business?
Ow! He grabbed my arms even stronger. My body began to tremble in fear. Please, please don't do this.
I warned you, but you must be dumber than I thought.
Jion gazed at me menacingly. His eyes were so intimidating that I couldn't speak. Why are you doing this? What's the point?
What am I supposed to do to have you listen to me?
It hurts. Please let go. I could feel my arms getting numb. He's frightening me.
Why? Don't you like me? Isn't this what you wanted?
No. I never wanted this. What I wanted was... First, please listen to me. I'm just worried about you, and you shouldn't...
Shut up. What do you know anyway?
It's not too late. I'm always willing to listen to... I could no longer speak as Jion's mouth covered mine. I've never had such a rough and painful kiss. I tried to resist, but he would grab me harder. It hurts. I never wanted this to happen. My mind went blank. I didn't expect that things would go this way. Why is he doing this? My body began to tremble uncontrollably. I'm scared. This isn't the Jion I know. My lips felt sore. The guy in front of me is now nothing but a terrifying figure.
Did you like it? Or were you surprised? Ha! Or are you afraid of me now?
This is wrong. I wanted to tell him that this is wrong, but my lips were frozen with fear.
Just look at you, all shaken up. I guess you're scared of me.
Jion grabbed my wrist even harder.
Yeah, you should be scared. You know you better watch out for guys like me. I've been down to the lowest points of my life, and I'm not scared of anything now. Girls like you, especially, need to watch out for garbage like me. I can be a total psycho if I want.
My lips began to quiver. I don't think that he's lying.
You're so fragile, and I don't want to do anything bad to you. You understand what I mean, right? This is the last warning. If you get on my nerves one more time, then you'll really see what I just told you now.
Jion let go of me. I collapsed onto the floor. My wrists were red and a bit swollen. I could not stop shuddering. Jion's cold voice continued to ring in my ears. I'm scared of you when you act like this, Jion. I felt foolish for hoping that he would come back to being a cute kitty. Jion turned around and began to walk away from me. Are you leaving? When will you be back? Jion! I found myself shouting out his name. If you leave like this now, we'll never see each other again. I'm going to leave for Seoul soon. I'm going back to Mom. Jion, if this is the last time that we'll see each other, if he's not coming back, then...
Don't even talk to me now.
His cold reply made my heart ache. Then, at least let me say goodbye. If this is going to be the last time... Jion!
Don't call me by that name.
Jion left without any hesitation. I should have told him that this is our last time together. That since it's the last time, we shouldn't just depart like this. That I'll mind my own business from now on, so... Please show me your bright smile for the very last time. I can't tell him that now.
Hey, Dumbo, are you managing your health these days? Who's going to do all the cooking and cleaning if you get sick?
Jiwoo commented, watching me as I picked at the food. I have no appetite these days.
That's because your cooking is horrible. Even grass can taste different depending on how well you... Shut up, sissy rabbit. Food giver is not in a good mood these days.
Jiwoo and Jisoo bickered at each other as always. The house was livelier with Jion around. And now I can't find Jion's trace anywhere in the house. I could always smell the fruit-scented shampoo in the bathroom because he liked to take a shower. There were orange peels on the living room table.
My lady, if you are not feeling well, you had better take a rest.
No. so pathetic of me to think of Jion, causing everyone to become worried about me. I'm dumb. He mistreated me, and yet I still think about him. I feel like bursting into tears. I have to say it. 1 month later, I won't be here. I have to tell them as early as possible so that the animals can prepare themselves to move somewhere else. I should speak, but I choked up. My lips were quivering. I had no idea that saying goodbye is so difficult. I smell something unusual.
What smell? I can't smell anything. That's because rabbits' olfactory organs are more developed than cats. Who says so? The smell seems to come from under the sink.
I can't smell it. I guess they have keener noses than I do since they're animals. Hold on. Under the sink? That's where...
Let's open it up and see.
Jisoo strided to the sink. No! I shouted, but the door was already open.
What are these?
Pungent odor began to spread out all over the kitchen. I didn't want them to see. I intentionally put them in there because seeing them would remind me of...
The oranges are all spoiled. What a waste.
I'll throw them away. I stood up and walked to the sink. The putrid smell was even stronger up close. I can't believe I didn't notice it. The dry oranges with white fungus on them looked tacky, just like me. Oranges are the best remedy when you're depressed. What have I been doing all this time when they were rotting away in the sink cabinet? I feel like a fool. What went wrong? How did things turn out this way? Unable to pick up the orange box, I sank down onto the floor in front of the sink cabinet. This is why I hid them. I didn't want to see them because they would make me cry. Because they would remind me of Jion. Because I know that I now have to forget about him.
Why are you crying all of a sudden? Are you okay?
Jisoo seemed to have been taken aback. Well, actually, I have to tell them that we'll no longer be able to eat meals together like this. That everything will soon be over. I have to go back to Mom.
What?
I wanted to be strong in front of them, but here I am sitting down on the floor crying. I didn't mean to act like this. I am going to Seoul.
When? Will you come back here?
I feebly shook my head.
What, you mean for good? When? When will you go?
A month later. The house became silent. I quickly wiped the tears off my face. I shouldn't cry like this in front of everyone.
Why did you make such a decision?
I took a deep breath and slowly opened my mouth. Because now I have no idea why I'm even here. I know I feel foolish. I didn't tell them the truth. I'd rather just be thought of as a fool and say farewell to everyone with a smiling face.
Isn't it because of Jion?
I avoided Jisoo's eyes.
Hey, go to your room.
What?
I'll clean up, so go to your room.
But...
Go in and get some sleep. Look in the mirror to see how horrible you look.
Though his words were impudent, I knew Jisoo was trying to take care of me. I don't want to see those oranges right now. Okay. See, even every time, no matter what guy she's with, still, Jisoo is always caring about her. It's better to cry loudly in my room. For me, who just doesn't know when to give up. And for the animals who have to leave their home because of me. The living room now looks completely different. I miss the messy living room with clothes, remote control, and candy wrappers strewn everywhere. The house is now empty. The animals are nearly done and preparing to leave home. Jisoo, when will you go out? I hear that Hee-jae and Jion have already found a place to move into. Jihae's modeling agency arranged it for them.
I don't know. Next weekend, probably?
Did you find a place?
Well, yeah.
Where?
The owner of the fish shop told me that he'll feed me and give me a place to stay if I work for him. He said that more customers would come to the shop if I were to work there.
Fish shop?
Yeah.
A cat working at a fish shop?
Yeah, so what?
That worries me a bit.
Why? It's a good fit for him.
How about Jiwoo?
I hear that he's going to stay at a temple in a mountain and write.
What? Temple?
He'll adapt well in the mountain. His ancestor was a hare anyway.
Is that so? I'm relieved, though. Everyone has a place to go, a new life to begin. I'm the only one who doesn't have a clear future.
Food giver.
Yeah?
You're not still thinking about Jion, are you?
I couldn't answer him.
You better forget about him as soon as possible. The next time I see him, I'm gonna have to punch him.
One thing is for sure is that I'm still thinking about Jion, even at this very moment. What I miss the most in this empty house is Jion's traces.
You're going to Seoul because of Jion, right?
What? How do you...
I could tell by your face, and it isn't like you just abruptly announced that you're leaving for Seoul.
Was it that obvious? I hung my head, unable to look at Jisoo's face.
That Jion twerp. Just wait until I see him.
Jisoo,
Huh?
if you see Jion, tell him I'm sorry.
What?
Tell him I'm sorry because I made him angry, and that I hope he doesn't trick people anymore. He might become angry again, thinking that it's none of my business. But if Jisoo were to meet Jion, I really hope that he'll convey this message.
Food giver.
Jisoo looked at me with worried eyes.
Anyway, if you need my help for anything, call me, okay?
Thank you, Jisoo. And I'm sorry.
You're always welcome. I don't mind if you use me whenever you feel lonely.
Oh, that's so sad! Jisoo is the best one! Use? Use him? Why is he suddenly saying that?
I'm always on your side.
Yes, thank you. I was really happy to hear that. Once Jisoo leaves, I won't be able to hear it from anyone anymore. After the next week, everyone, everything, would be gone. And I as well. The art club exhibition is now just around the corner. And Hee-jae and I are the only ones left in the room? I want to do my best since this will be my last time participating in the exhibition. As a matter of fact, I won't be able to draw anymore, not when I live with Mom. I slowly put down the brush.
Hee-jung, aren't you going home?
Hee-jae was already packing his belongings.
It's really late, so I thought about dropping you off at your home.
I don't want to go home. It's empty because everyone had already left. I don't want to be alone in that house. I'd rather just stay here and work all night long. I want to do my best, for it's my last exhibition and my last picture. Go ahead, I think I'm going to spend the night here.
Really? You're working way too hard.
Maybe. I looked at the canvas in front of me. This is the last one. I reminded myself, feeling gloomy.
Hee-jung.
Hee-jae had a sad look on his face.
Hee-jung, I think you should stay here.
What?
Because you look the happiest when you draw.
I felt a lump in my throat. Yes, it was definitely fun. When I do what I like, I felt as if I was getting closer to happiness. But I can't do it anymore. I'll miss drawing. I don't want to quit, but...
Hee-jung.
Hee-jae suddenly approached me. Yes?
Hee-jung, are you really going to quit and leave?
Hee-jae.
Hee-jung!
Alright, stop saying each other's names, come on. Hee-jae grabbed my hand without any warning.
Huh?
I let out a small scream in surprise. What is he doing?
I can't let you go like this, Hee-jung.
Why are you acting like this all of a sudden? So, what Hee-jae is trying to say is...
You're my girlfriend.
Oh, did he just ask me to be his girlfriend?
What's your answer to my question?
You see... I was lost in words because this was totally unexpected. Yeah, because you're totally oblivious. Hee-jae's eyes seemed very serious. Oh no.
Please, Hee-jung,
I beg of you to go out with me. You'll see that I'm a decent guy once you get to know me. You'll soon realize the true charm of a country boy. You just can't see it because you're a city girl. What's happening? This is... Hee-jae, could you please let go of my hand first? You're my dream girl, Hee-jung. You're so pretty and feminine. Whenever I look at you, I seriously... I shook off his hand and walked away from him. My bag? Where did I put my bag? I picked up my bag that I placed on the floor. Hey Jung, won't you give me a chance? I even have a part-time job delivering chickens, and I'm learning how to ride the motorcycle for fast delivery. I think I might be going crazy if I hear one more word out of Hee-jae's mouth. I'm going home! I turned around and started running without looking back. I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear a thing. I didn't hear a thing! Hee-jung! She refuses to even entertain the idea, huh? Yeah, I feel a little bit bad for him. Just the fact that she won't even consider it at all. I mean, it's not like he's a bad guy. He seems like a nice, decent guy. Is it really so bad to consider it just for a moment? I mean, she may decide they're better off as friends, but still. One bad end coming right up. Do you have anything else to send? No, that's it. Thank you. I checked the number on the package invoice once again. Have a good day. The front door closed behind the parcel delivery man. I finally sent all my belongings to Seoul. An empty living room. Everyone was here until a few months ago, but there was not a single trace of them left. Would Mom and I be able to get along well? It's been 4 years since I went home. I wonder if I had changed during the course of time. Jion, I wonder if he's doing well. I hope he's doing well without deceiving people. If I could see him again, there are so many things I would like to tell him. Would I ever be able to see him again? Who's that? Who is it? It's me, Hee-jung. It's Hee-jae. It's Hee-jae. I feel a bit uncomfortable, but I opened the front door. Hee-jung, are you really leaving? It seemed like he ran here because he was breathing heavily. Yeah. Did you run here? Hee-jung, let me take you to the station. Oh, you don't have to. It's okay. I even bought a motorcycle. Look over there. Motorcycle? Wait, is that the motorcycle I saw before? The one with the chicken restaurant logo on it? Hee-jung, I won't give up. What? I can't give you up. I suddenly felt dizzy. What am I supposed to do? Get ready. I'm going to take you to Busan Station. Bad end. Why did they even insert him in there at the end there? I don't get it. I mean, it's not like she actually did get with him or anything. I don't know. And why did they make it seem like it's such a bad thing if he has... I don't know. Why are they so mean about him? There's nothing horrible about him. He's just a little nerdy, that's all. Oh, this game is so mean. Oh, they're so mean to nerds. Alright, well anyway. That was Jion's bad ending, and in the next video we'll be working towards his good ending. So I think that takes like usually about 2 or 3 videos after the bad ending part. So anyway, I hope to see you there and perhaps in some other future videos. I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.